back to the movie closet.
Episode 33.
Episode 33, same number as the great Larry legend, Larry Bird.
Yeah.
Who played for the Boston Celtics.
Shout out Larry Bird.
Larry legend.
You know he's
we love
listening.
you.
Celtics.
You know what, Larry? You're the man. You're the man, Larry.
The man.
I still love watching your highlights, dude. Anyways, so episode 33 of the movie closet. Bass, to any new viewers out there, can you explain to them what the movie closet is and what are the rules of the movie closet?
All right, so there's this closet in this house where
It's a magical
four of
fucking
us
closet.
gather, four very weird, strange people.
Once every third blood moon.
Once
we
every
gather.
third blood moon, gather in the closet there and bring their best movie for the week
Based on
and
a
their
theme.
best pitch
Based on a theme.
and they, try their money at getting their movie picked.
Try
Big
that
bucks,
money.
big bucks, no whammies. Stop.
You want to get that 7, no snake eyes.
That's right.
And so if the moon aligns right and
We
enough
vote.
people vote for your movie, we watch it. And we watch the movie. We come back into the closet and we talk about the movie.
Fuck yeah. What do we do if there's a tie, Michael Bass?
Oh, well, there is a mythical, magical, beautiful wheel of fortune
Nice alliteration.
that
mythical,
well-
magical, beautiful wheel.
fix the tiebreaker. And
Yep.
if you win, your name goes on the wheel, so you get more chances
Yes.
to kick
Break
ass.
the tie.
That's how we make it a
Chew bubble
game.
gum.
It's a game.
You get your movie picked, you put your name on a slot on the movie closet wheel at the end of the episode. Unless you're a guest, then you get shit canned and you get nothing.
Yep.
Which we need to
So,
work on something
yeah.
for that.
Don't come on our show.
Maybe we
That's
should
what we're
just
trying
put
to
a
say.
permanent guest spot on, like
Yeah,
just says
that'd be cool.
guest.
Guess.
Like permanently, we'll put like two spots, and
Yeah.
you can't steal the guest spot. They're just always there. They're like a wild card.
That'd be cool.
Good call.
Yeah, we'll do that from now
Gotta
on.
make it fair.
Yeah, we'll do that from now. I mean, it'll never be fair for them, but
Well,
they'll still
whatever.
have a chance
Yeah.
to pick the tiebreaker. for
By
sure.
the way, if you don't win during the movie closet episode, your soul gets trapped in the closet.
Please help me. I've been stuck here forever.
you can't get out until
And,
your
and-
movie gets
and
picked.
it's just like I think it was a movie or TV show. It's constantly a fucking musical in the closet, man.
A musical.
the fuck?
Have you seen Trapped in the Closet?
R. Kelly?
R.
Yeah.
Kelly.
It's a soap opera.
Yeah,
Fucking
man.
Pulling
on my Beretta.
I fucking love that shit.
There's a
dude.
midget in the oven, hiding in the oven. I heard he's
Shout out
making-
R. Kelly.
Yeah, dude. We are here today because of fucking trendsetters, trailblazers like R. Kelly,
R.
who
Kelly.
fucking laid the path for people who want to just stay in a closet.
Yeah, man.
Like us, we are in the movie
Fucking-
closet
Yeah.
because of R. Kelly.
Man, R. Kelly's such a pioneer.
Oh my god!
Our hats are off to you, R. Kelly.
All right, what is this week's theme, Michael Bass?
Apocalypse movies.
Apocalypse movies that
Ooh.
includes during or after the
Yeah,
apocalypse.
So you can do that post-apocalyptic shit if you want.
Yep, and let's fucking get right
Jump
into the news.
in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Who's going first? Sammy?
No, I don't want to go first.
All right, I'll go first again.
Always.
You're such a bold man.
Yeah, I know. It's,
Ben's a trendsetter.
I'm just gonna cut out the pause anyway, so I might as well just volunteer to go every time.
Oh, right.
Just get it rolling.
Right.
Keep rolling, this one so far.
R. Kelly.
Official fucking, what do you call it? The fucking mentor,
Oh.
the mentor of the movie closet.
That's right.
The Godfather.
Yes.
R. Kelly. He loves.
He was a contender. He was somebody.
He is someone.
All right, my movie, Night of the Comet from 1984.
Never heard of it.
All right, so I remember probably two, like, still images of this movie. Like, I can just remember, like, two moments from this movie in my head. And I just know it's a zombie movie. See, I saw this movie as a kid with my dad. It's probably, like, one of the first ever zombie movies I've ever seen. And we watched it on TV, and he was, like, super pumped about it. and he was telling me about it. And it's this super rare comet passes over Earth. I think this is how it went. Anyone who fucking saw the comet died, or they immediately get turned into zombies. But I think it's that they die if they looked at it, and then
They come back.
the like radioactive dust, the fallout from the comet, eventually turns everyone into zombies.
Oh shit.
Either way, this comet it turns people into zombies. I can't remember if the looking at it or not bullshit, but yeah, and then so they turn into zombies, and it's a classic '80s zombie comedy horror sci-fi movie. So you know it's gonna have a lot of camp in it
Fuck yeah.
and a lot of practical effects, which are always cool to see.
Oh yeah.
But I just think it's cool because I was always trying to think of the name of this fucking movie that I saw as a kid with my dad, and I could never think of it. And then when we were doing apocalypse movies for this theme, I just Googled apocalypse movies, and there it was.
Nice.
So that's why I'm picking this movie. Another thing too, when I pull up the IMDb page on it, the poster art for this movie is badass.
Oh,
You should
that
check it
80s
out.
shit, dude.
Yeah, it's like
It's
80s
hand
shit.
drawn looking.
And it's like the foreground turns into the silhouette of zombies, and then like on the background is like space, and it's the comet passing. So you get this fucking, it's like a reddish earth tone of zombies, and like the whole from bottom to up, it's the earth tone, and then it's silhouettes of zombies, and then it's just space right behind in it. So yeah, that I just thought that was really cool, and
that is cool.
directed and written by Tom Eberhart. I'm not sure. Not really too famous for anything else, but yeah. So it's got a. Oh yeah, another cool fact I found about this: the working title for this film was Teenage Mutant Horror Comet Zombies.
Oh my god.
So I just, like that was on the IMDb page. I thought it was pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, I'm just picking this movie based on nostalgia, and I've been trying to watch this movie again for at least a decade. I've been trying to remember the name of this movie. It would just like, come to me every couple of months, like trying to remember what it was, and I finally found it, and I want to watch it.
Hey,
Alright.
did anyone from Marvel have help in naming that? It just reminds me of like Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Reminds me of Teenage Mutant
Ninja
Ninja Turtles.
Turtles.
Yeah, it's a shell of a time.
Shell up, dude.
What the shell?
I
Shell shocked.
guess I'll go. My movie is the 2011 independent film Stakeland, horror drama. It's a post-apocalyptic movie, but it's a vampire movie in the vein of like a zombie apocalypse. So the vampires are not like typical, they're not sexy, they're not sparkly. They are like fucking zombies, they're like creatures, but they run like super fast, they can climb on walls, they're like 10 times more badass than the regular zombie because they just like fuck you up so bad. Anyway, this vampire breakout is like happening all around the world.
Better Call Blade.
Huh?
Better Call Blade.
The main character in the movie, he's like this young boy. I can't remember his name. Let me check. Oh, Martin. Martin's the main character. Like this movie, the action starts right off the bat. It gets super fucked up right off the bat. He like sees his whole family get killed right in front of him. And all of a sudden, this stranger comes out of nowhere and rescues him and saves him and like kills all these fucking vampires and shit. He's like super badass. This guy ends up like taking Martin under his wing. He goes by he goes by Mister. That's what Martin calls him. He's like super badass. He tries to act like, he's like super tough guy, doesn't care about anyone kind of guy. But he, shows his humanity by taking Martin in, and he takes him under his wing and trains him to be like a badass vampire hunter, essentially. And they're traveling across the United States trying to find like safe places, and they do a few times, and then the vampires come and kill everyone, and they have to keep continuing moving. And then they end up meeting other people along the way, and all this fucked up shit happens. I won't give too much away. But anyway, like this movie's really atmospheric. It's shot, it's like super beautiful looking, super badass, kind of depressing. Um, there's just so much cool like action scenes with Mister. Like he just beats the shit out of these vampires. It's like super intense. Um, yeah, great post-apocalyptic movie.
So, a quick question: are those vampire hunters on a scale of Van Helsing to Hostelgado?
Well, it's not. He's not really like a. It's not like a typical vampire hunter type thing. He's just like a guy that's learned how to survive. in
So
this
like
world.
this is a world where feral vampires rule the world.
Not really like they're like taking over. They're like it's
So
like a
they're
zombie.
well known, but they like society's broken down.
Yeah,
And so instead of zombies, they are vampires.
yeah.
Are they like are they dumb? Like they're just like animals? Or are they like sly?
They're
They can
kind of
think,
they're pretty sly.
they can communicate with others vampires.
Yeah.
So the vampires are just basically in control and they're
Yeah. Well, it's not like they don't like really talk. They're like zombies, but they're like
Yeah.
they're just fucking way more intense. It's like faster,
Yeah.
smarter, kind of clever, like hide out in places and shit and climb walls and fucking it's crazy.
So it's definitely no Lost Boys.
No, this is not a lighthearted movie. It's very fucked up.
Damn zombats.
But it's like, that scenario is pretty worn out. But I don't know. This movie's like a fresh take on
this
it.
is a newer movie.
Yeah,
So
2011 or 2010.
interesting.
It's a worn out scenario, but this was like a fresh take on it.
Vampire
And-
movie of zombies. I mean, or zombie movie of vampires. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's super. Yeah, it's really well done. It was one of my favorite movies for a while. But anyway, that's my pitch.
Right on.
Steakland.
I'm picking Melancholia
Ooh.
from also 2011, and it's like a sci-fi drama. So this one, rather than being post-apocalyptic, it is about this planet, this rogue planet that the media's called or named Melancholia, and it's hit or wait, I don't think it has hit any planets, but it was planning or it was looking like it was going to hit planets like Mars and Venus before Earth, and then it's now coming toward Earth. And there's like this big question of whether or not it's going to miss Earth or if it's going to actually hit, because it's missed Mercury and Venus, and then
No,
it's like
that
on
can't be
its
right.
Mercury and Venus.
Is it coming from the sun?
Yeah. Well, those are just the ones that they talked about. I don't know.
The fuck?
But yeah, so the movie is basically split in two parts. So first part's about Justine, who is Kirsten Dunst.
Oh
And
yes.
it's yeah.
I kind of remember this movie. All I remember is that it's the name of it, Melancholia, and that Kirsten Dunst is in it. That's
Yeah.
all I know about it.
Yeah, it's about that. And
I
then
remember like a yellow movie poster for it.
yeah, it's like her in a wedding dress, like floating in like a river
Yeah.
type thing with like flowers around her.
It was yellow. The
Yeah, it's like
dress?
kind of green yellow,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't really remember, but yeah. So the first part one, is Justine in her wedding, and the second part is her sister, or it's more focused on her sister, I guess. But anyway, so during her wedding is when they first kind of spot the planet, and I think one person says, "Oh, that's this star or whatever," but then later you don't really find out about like what it actually is until part 2, and then that whole thing. I don't really know what to say without giving spoilers, but essentially Melancholia is a metaphor for Kirsten Dunst's character, for her depression, like her crippling depression. And so at like the closer, I guess, that the planet gets, I guess this is kind of like what it is, it might be a stretch, like the closer the planet gets, the more intense like her depression gets. And so you see that like throughout the wedding night, which is part 1, and then after when she's with her sister and everything. So
Damn.
Yeah. Anyway, oh
It's
well,
an interesting concept.
yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
also, it's really really good. It is intense. It's sad, but super good watch. It's directed by Lars von I don't know
Schreier,
Schreier,
I think.
who did Antichrist, the Nymphomaniac series, which Charlotte Gainsbourg, which is Claire, Justine's sister, is in like the Nymphomaniac series and in Antichrist. So again, with like the circle of like people who work together, that we were talking about last time. It's happening here a little bit.
Oh yeah, he always uses like the same people.
Yeah,
So I like that you're digging deeper in this
guess.
thematic string you got going. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Also, Alexander Skarsgård is in it, and I don't really know much else that he's in other than this show that I'm currently watching. But his father is also a character in Melancholia, and then he's also an Nymphomaniac too. So
7 degrees of separation from
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
what?
You know that game? That old game?
No.
That you can. It's like that old saying you can know anyone in the world through like 3 people.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Oh.
like you can connect anybody.
That's
in the-
actually kind of.
in
Is that
the
a
wor-
movie?
This
No.
I don't think so. I thought it was just like
Oh.
a game.
Oh, you said it's.
Or maybe it's like 6 degrees of separation, something like that. I think there's a movie called some kind of degrees of separation,
Okay.
but it's like the same
Sounds-
idea.
That sounds interesting.
But yeah, like you can connect people through like 3 random people. You can know anyone in the world.
That's pretty cool.
You know Obama through 3 people.
Fuck yeah. Old buddy.
You just don't know the third person. That's the only difference.
Mm.
I don't know.
This is getting really.
But yeah,
Weird
that's
to think
fucking
about.
cool.
It's really cool. Also, the first like 5 minutes of it is this really weird kind of like dream sequence of like maybe not really a dream sequence, but it's like partly like the solar plant, like the solar system, like shots of that and like weird trippy like planets moving, and then you see also snippets from the actual movie, but they're slowed down, like really exaggerated and slowed down. And
weird
then
abstract
there's
shit.
yeah, and I forgot the composer that does the score, but the score is like really intense, kind of like sounds like what's like an old movie, like really really old time movie, like whenever they're rolling in the credits like for 5 minutes before the actual movie starts. This is kind of what that is, or like in like a Disney movie or something, like that very classical, very intense, just like classical music in the background rather than having
Like an orchestra.
like a string quartet or something, or an
Oh, cool.
orchestra. Yeah. And so that's pretty cool. And it's really cool, the first part of it. And then also the end is kind of the same way, but it's a little bit shorter. So yeah, it's dope.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Bringing in the old Bay Kirsten Dunst.
Spoiler alert, you see her titties.
Reeling in those votes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
Damn. Touche.
Yeah.
Touche. Very nice. Very nice.
not
I love
to
you, Kirsten
objectify
Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst and make her only seem like a pair of titties.
Bibs. Bibs.
She's acts really really well in this, so great job.
Fuck yeah.
I'm done.
All right, Mr. Bass.
All right. Well, they say winners come in with a positive attitude. So I'm pitching tonight's winner.
Ooh. Calling his shot right here. Let's see if he can capitalize.
This movie has 20 nominations and 10 wins. It's from it was released in 2013. It's a comedy fantasy. So a little different on the apocalypse take. This is the end.
Good one.
It had
Good one.
Great, a great reception by the audiences. So I'll just kind of get into the nitty gritty. While attending a party at James Franco's house, Seth Rogen, Jay, and many other celebrities are faced with a biblical apocalypse. It's directed by Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen. So I'm just gonna rattle off a couple actors from this massive all-star.
My favorite
list.
actors in this movie.
James Franco, Jonah Hill, Seth Rogen, but I never know how to pronounce his name. Jay Baruchel, Danny McBride, Craig Robinson, Michael Cera, Emma Watson, Minnie Kaling, David Krumholtz, Christopher Mintz, Plassey, Rihanna, Martin Starr, Paul Rudd, Channing Tatum, Kevin Hart, Aziz
All
Ansari,
stars.
Samantha Russell, Douglas Griffin, and the Backstreet Boys.
Oh yeah.
So
Danny McBride
Yeah.
is my favorite actor.
That's what
this
I
was a
figured.
great movie.
He's a funny guy.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to see it in theaters.
I did.
I saw it after.
I
But
did.
it was still pretty great. What did you think about it in theaters, Matt?
Yeah, you just had to see it in theaters, dude.
And
You
then
really missed out on the
I think this
nuances.
is the peak of Seth Rogen with his as far as his
comedies.
writing, screenwrites and shit.
oh
Because
yeah,
after this, he did the interview, and I thought that one kind of sucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
With the exception of the guy they had to play Kim Jong Un,
he was pretty funny.
that was
was
the funniest part of the movie. But
Yeah.
this was right before. I think this is I don't know. Sausage Party is pretty good.
I mean,
I haven't seen it.
how many movies, pre 2000s gets like 20 nominations and 10 wins? It's kind of slim.
Every other movie that's been. I don't know. I really don't know.
But yeah. So that's my movie, and here's 3 magical words.
Best is 3 words.
Hi, fucking hilarious, or hilarious.
Hi, fucking hilarious.
2, the movie is entertaining. I mean, it is so entertaining. It's great. You'll love it. And 3, the movie is apocalyptic.
There you
And you can ask my writing staff. It's the best apocalyption that you can find in media entertainment. Thank you.
All right, this is the end. What I like about this movie is there's not a lot of good apocalypse movies that are biblical apocalypse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So that's
pretty
a
crazy.
cool angle on it.
It is.
And then there's also not a lot of apocalyptic movies that are comedies
Yeah, true that.
that ended up being decently received.
All right, I think. Are we ready to vote?
The show.
Yeah.
All right, so the movies: Night of the Comet, Stakeland, Melancholia. This is the end. All right, here we go.
All right, let's see what's picked.
The 33rd movie of the movie closet, Apocalypse. We got 1 vote, Melancholia, and it's a picture of some movies.
Nice.
We got 1 vote, Raging Boner. I don't know if that's did you put that in there? Did you stick that
Wasn't
in there?
me, dude.
Yeah, right. We got 1 vote, Stakeland.
Yeah.
So that's 1 vote, Melancholia, 1 vote, Stakeland.
Yeah.
We got 1 vote. This is the end.
What?
Are we going for the tie?
Here we go. This could be a tie.
No.
We'll see. Stakeland is the winner.
I knew it.
All right. We are going to go watch Stakeland, and then we're going to talk about it.
I think you'll like it, Sam. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Trust Matty boy.
Apollo, you're sweet too.
Movie closet.
Movies.
Movie closet.
Movies.
Movie closet.
Movies.
Movie closet. We're back.
Back in the movie closet, we just watched Stakeland.
Ah,
I thought it was pretty cool. Pretty
Yeah.
cool movie.
not
Yeah,
bad.
it was decent.
Yep.
Really good. Well, not the greatest movie, but definitely really good for a independent movie.
For sure.
Really well done.
It typically gets like a, I don't know, an average rating online. I feel like that's kind of
Yeah.
what it is, just kind of average.
6, 7, maybe 7.5.
What'd you think, Sam?
I thought it was okay. I mean, I did really like the cinematography and the score was cool and all that, but it just seemed kind of typical
Oh, definitely.
type of movie. And I don't know. I guess it's cool that they made it like a vampire zombie, but I feel like if it was just normal zombies, it'd be the exact same movie.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't really add anything to make them vampire zombies. It just kind of,
Yeah.
not like complicated it, but it just
Yeah, I thought the same
made it
thing.
really weird. And
Yeah.
I mean, it just looked like a movie that I would watch with my dad,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
which isn't a
definitely
bad thing, but
felt the whole vampire zombie thing was kind of weird. I mean, the only like upside of them being vampires is that they
Well-
die during the day or they can't come out in the light.
Yeah, yeah. And another thing that I thought was interesting was like the teeth thing, like collecting the teeth, like
Yeah.
using that
Yeah.
for trade. I thought that aspect was pretty interesting.
And they had different breed of zombies. Like the older zombies, the teeth were bigger.
yeah,
But
it almost seemed like it was like currency. I mean,
Yeah.
pretty much
Yeah.
was what they're
Yeah.
like using vampire teeth for.
the only problem I had with it was I feel like there's way too many like like they would just sit on someone and they would have like the long deep thought stare setting up for camp every night. Like they did that like a lot.
Oh yeah,
Like the fucking preparing for the night thing, find a place to stay.
and then just like the staring.
The
Yeah.
mundane struggle.
But on the other hand, like this movie felt like it was like fucking Evil Dead and Walking Dead and like Fallout 3 combined into
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people say
movie.
that the Fallout 3 thing.
Yeah, it was
what is
cool.
that movie?
It's a video game.
Oh.
But it's just because they built this world so well.
Yeah,
Like it really feels like you can be a part of it.
yeah.
I thought that I kind of just liked, which this is probably fucked up because it's the most fucked up part of it, was the brotherhood thing.
Yeah.
I wanted them to either focus more on that.
Yeah.
That
just wanted them
that
to
was an
focus-
interesting
Yeah.
thing. And then I don't know if you guys heard, like Brotherhood were responsible for fucking up a lot of the shit. Like they dropped like vampires on Washington D.C. and that's how it fell.
Yeah.
And
I
like,
mean, yeah,
they were
that's a
responsible.
weird. I guess I wasn't paying like as close of attention as I should have to catch that, but it just seemed kind of like a random twist.
Yeah, they make the Brotherhood to be out as this like kind of big, powerful, like group, but the little bit that you see of them, they don't really look as much as a big, powerful, like nationwide group.
Well, you're only seeing one
Yeah.
like section of it.
I think that helps with the impact too of when they roll up on that town with the helicopter
Yeah.
dropping in fucking vampires. And you're like, holy shit, they have fucking helicopters and
Yeah.
shit.
It's like, what?
I think that helps that moment a little bit more because you don't really see that much of them.
Right. They just seem like fucking
It's-
nut jobs in robes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're,
And
like organized. and
How
they
did
have-
that one guy? I'm gonna call him the leader of the local chapter. How did the
Jedediah.
How
or
did
whatever.
Jedediah keep his free will and memories?
Maybe the Brotherhood's right.
Maybe yeah.
God
That's
chose
what I
him.
was
that's
thinking.
that's the only thing that I don't know. That's the only aspect I really didn't like was the fact that he came back like that.
I think he
Yeah.
said that Mister said that he's seen mutated vampires before. So
Oh.
maybe it was just a
Just a
mutation.
freak.
Mutation.
Yeah,
He
that's
could
true.
keep his intelligence.
That's true. Yeah, just a freak accident.
I
Just
thought
happened to be him.
very catching part was when they're leaving the town that the vampires got dropped on. The police officer guy you saw the first day who looked like really healthy and stuff, he got bit, and so he's like looking frail and
yeah.
kind of looking like he's starting to turn. And he's like, "We'll manage."
Yeah, he's still trying to rebuild the town,
Yeah.
even though he knows he's gonna become vampire.
Yeah.
So if you get bitten, you get turned into a vampire. If you get bitten and die, you get turned into the vampire
Well, I think
zombie.
if you get bit, you turn into one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't think if you die, you become one. I think you just have to get bit. I liked a lot too. The group had really good chemistry.
Yeah.
Like the people they got for these roles, they
Click.
didn't have to put very many moments of them bonding in
Yeah, you
because
just
they just kind of had it. Like you could just see it.
yeah, you just believed it. Yeah, that's true.
I thought they
Like-
did a really good job with that.
Yeah.
The boy and Mister, they clicked, and then like it even reinforces that whole idea when they pull up at the place and he sees the pregnant girl singing, and then it jumps to the next clip where they're driving off and she's standing at the side of the road and they just pick her up. No one like made any arrangements or anything that you
Yeah.
could know, and it's just like they're like, I'm coming with you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Just showed their willingness to help other people and shit.
Yeah.
They was good dudes
Yeah.
who hate the vamps, the
Yeah.
blood suckers.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mister was really badass.
Yeah.
He had
That's
some
a
cool moves.
Good character.
Walking, talking, cliche,
It's true.
but he did good and did a good job with
Yeah.
it.
for
Yeah.
Sure.
It's weird at the end.
Yeah, when he just leaves, he just
Yeah.
rolls out after the boy becomes a man
Yeah.
and he can fend for himself.
Right. Yeah.
Finally takes out a vampire like it's nothing.
Yeah. Just kicks its ass.
But
And
That's
he-
why did he leave?
Because he could fend for himself now.
No, but why would they not want to stick together?
But he's a loner, man.
And
He's a
also,
werewolf.
he
I
just
mean, I
felt
guess,
like
but you never
also,
really see that part.
Also,
of him.
after like the part with the fucking Brotherhood guy, you could just like he just feels like a liability. It's just like he's like
Too old.
yeah.
Yeah.
And his hands got fucked up.
I guess, but it
Look
just
like-
seems like the most logical thing to just stick together.
Yeah.
To me, at least.
But I mean, I looked at it as like he's only with the kid because he feels like he needs to be because his
father
parents
kinda,
got
yeah.
killed.
That's
Oh yeah,
true.
what does his dad say?
is, take care of him or something.
Yeah.
Take care of my boy.
So now that he can take care of himself,
He's like,
Right.
yeah. And there's this other chick, the chick's
That's
like really
badass
badass
with the
too.
fucking
So it's like,
gun or the
it's like they're gonna be fine.
crossbow.
his journey was done. His
Yeah.
journey was over.
That's just too fucking symbolic. Just in real life, they would stay
Yeah.
together.
They would.
That's just the only part that bothered me. 'Cause it's
Unless
like,
he went to die. Maybe
mean,
he got fucked
maybe.
up too much in that fight.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's a movie.
It was a pretty cool movie.
Yeah.
Lots of little plot holes and problems with it, but overall really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome practical effects. How they did the vampires was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. They
I
did look
definitely liked
cool.
how their like lights kind of flashed like a cat at night.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Yeah, and it
cool.
was cool too. How they kind of just took a zombie movie and kind of just swapped out zombies for vampires.
Yeah.
And I thought that
It-
it worked pretty well.
It
Yeah.
definitely made it a little more simpler because that gave them like they didn't really have much danger during the day except for like
Brotherhood.
yeah like at night they
People.
focused on the vamps, and then during the day they were able to focus on the driving story and the brotherhood, the evilness of men, and then at night they could focus on the creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, man. Cool movie. Shot really well.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I would probably watch the sequel,
yeah.
Steak Lane 2.
I'd be interested to see it. I bet it's pretty bad, but I'd be interested to see it.
I don't know. Yeah, who
You
knows?
never know.
It could
You
either be about Mister, or it could be about the two people going to this Eden they've been going for.
Or not them at all.
yeah, because there was nothing about cannibalism.
Yeah, I was
waiting for that, and that didn't happen.
I'm glad they ended it where it did, though. It was
I mean,
starting to
yeah,
drag.
but
Yeah.
it was starting. Yeah, it did start.
but then unless the sequel, and they knew that the sequel was happening,
Yeah.
Well, I'm
and
sure
that's
they
going to be
did.
about
I mean, I'm
cannibalism.
sure they set it up. Although that's just like minor like a little bit of information. Like it's just like a story he's telling. It's like a rumor. You don't know
Yeah.
if it's true. You don't know.
Yeah, but it just seemed a little unnecessary if they don't ever announce it again in any way,
Yeah.
That's
No,
true.
no payoff.
Yeah, that's true.
because it makes it seem like that's
They're
going to
setting
come
it up for
in.
something. Well, maybe
Well-
they were setting it up for the sequel.
Probably.
Maybe they were just setting up where you would stay glued to the movie to the end to see if there was cannibalism.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Bastard.
That
And
was a
then
thought of mine.
royally let down.
Fuckers.
Cannibalism would have made it a little more interesting.
Well, you ready to put your name on the movie closet wheel?
Yep.
Champion? All right, only 2 open spots left on the movie closet wheel.
You might as well put my name on there now.
Well, I guess there's no spots left now that we're putting
Oh, the guest.
2 guest spots on.
So yeah,
One of them the small.
I get to bump off someone next week. Whoop.
Oh shit! But all right, so that was Steakland. That was another episode of the Movie Closet. Thanks for listening and tuning in. Let us know some of your favorite apocalypse movies in the comments. Fucking check us out on extratone.com.
Smash that like button.
And we're on YouTube at Spanked Vision. Just look for the blue TV,
Yeah, the blue TV.
not the green one. And that's where we are. Next week's theme, any ideas?
I don't know.
Bass had an idea.
What was your idea?
Oh, it's a disaster movie.
Disaster movies.
But-
He's got
Disaster.
something prepared.
Like natural disaster?
Any disaster.
Yeah, let's break it up. That way we can do like let's do natural disasters, and then later we can do like a
How about we kind of
Man-made
just broaden
disaster.
it to like just disaster. So like it could be like a sickness disaster, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
that quarantine movie. and
yeah.
stuff
You know,
like that.
I'm saying like let's that I would call that also natural disaster. Like anything that's like a biological or weather related disaster, and then you can do the other disasters like bombs or
Mhm.
human mishaps or buildings crashing or something in a different episode.
Yeah. All right.
Natural disasters.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're keeping it natural disasters?
Yeah.
The sickness thing counted, you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. All right. So, next week, we're doing disaster movies, natural disasters, big disasters, bad disasters. Thanks for tuning in to the Movie Closet.